time for movie news with the Louz.
How are you both?
So good.
Good. So, this is the final weekend of a little bit light at the box, and then next weekend starts ramping up. So we're gonna do a little fun thing at the end, but I will tell you what is out this weekend. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That title just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? This is a Guy Ritchie film, and the true story about a secret British World War II organization, the Special Operations Executive, okay? This is based on the 2014 book, Churchill's Secret Warriors.
Why didn't they just name it that then?
I know. Here's what I do know. I do know Henry Cavill is in it. That's what I know, okay? He is the star. And, it's getting a little bit of a good buzz, so good for that movie.
I just don't like the title. It's way too hard to say.
It's too long. It doesn't roll off the tongue. No. There. The one that does roll off the tongue, but I'm going to forewarn you, it's a scary Abigail.
Yes.
Okay, so after a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, never, ever kidnap the ballerina of an underworld figure.
Don't do that.
They retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. You think with the name Abigail, it's going to be a sweet little girl. Yeah. It's not.
It took a turn.
Okay, yeah, it took a drastic, scary turn.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer this morning going, oh, what a great premise. And then I'm like, nope, never mind.
But however, it is the scary movie that can come out any time of the year and with no major star. And they usually do well. They usually do well.
Quick note, though, when I was watching
this. And they're cheap to make.
Oh, yeah. Whoever that little girl is in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they find these brilliant child actors.
I know.
Was amazing.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Then I do need to tell you, we're not going to show the preview for Sasquatch Sunset because we would be fined.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This is from executive director Ari Aster. Definitely not one of my favorite filmmakers, but he's responsible for Hereditary and Midsummer. But this is about a year in the life of a unique family. Yes, they are Sasquatches. There is no dialogue in this movie whatsoever. And there's just grunting. And there's quite a level of detail of how rigorous their life is. And this did kind of well and kind of not at Sundance Film Festival. Some people loved it because it tries to balance obscenity, humor, and drama. And I love edgy movies. But there were a lot of walkouts at Sundance.
Are you serious?
Oh,
yeah. I've never walked out of a movie. I usually just stick with it. Like I never dump a streaming show that I start, anything like that. So I just wanted you to forewarn you, it is not like an Earth Day movie about Sasquatches. It is not for your kids.
Wait, is it like Harry and the Hendersons?
No.
Not
it's
at all.
Harry and the Hendersons after dark.
Oh my!
But like deep dark, okay?
I'm
so I thought it would be fun for us to talk about like a rewind review of our favorite movies.
Yeah.
So we will let Kenya go as guest.
Oh, The Birdcage, hands down.
Oh, here, I'm just listing on here.
I love that movie.
So good.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams, because he was so great. Nathan Lane, hilarious. Gene Hackman, and Diane Wiest. Why did you love it?
I think there was a great story to be told there, but I mean, just look at the actors. It was not hard to love this movie, but I laughed and I felt moved.
Who had a small part? Voice on The Simpsons. I'm blanking out, but anyway.
Hank
Azaria. He was so funny.
He was one of my favorites in the movie.
By the way, did you see the story that just came out recently about who was the actor who was supposed to play Nathan Lane's character and he had to back out for scheduling conflict. It was a very famous actor who's going to play that role, but I cannot even imagine anybody else in that role.
No.
Aren't you so glad those kind of things happen, though? Because there are iconic characters that you can't imagine anyone else doing.
Yeah,
Sorry, I will find that out. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Well, some of my favorite movie trivia is who was going to be, and then
yeah.
they drop out or schedule conflict or whatever the case may be. Okay, so Jeremy, do you want to unleash
Well,
your...
this was hard because I gave you several that I thought because I like to repeat certain. But of course, the only movie I've ever seen multiple times in the theater, like I kept going back with different friends, was of course Titanic.
Oh, yeah.
What a great flick. And I do want to note, you'll find out that all of our favorite movies came from the 90s, which I deem as the best decade of movies.
I
did love it.
concur.
Most of my favorite movies.
Why
on that
did
list
you
were
love
90s.
it?
Well, I loved the story. I was fascinated with Titanic just because of the history. I love history about that. Even though it was a fictional story, I was thinking in my head, like, how many of these fictional stories could you do about people on, like, the Hindenburg, on different disasters?
Yeah.
That really humanizes it for you. the
Yes, I love.
experience.
And then, I mean, these kids,
Yeah.
Leo and Kate, were just that almost, and not really, you know, a little bit on the scene, but not massively on the scene. And what a great movie! And it was like the first long movie I saw in the
yeah.
theater.
And who did he do Romeo and Juliet with? Was that Claire Danes? She was supposed to do this.
Yes,
And backed out.
and backed out. So,
Oh,
but
wow.
I love
Yes.
Kate Winslet.
Okay, and what about
I
your
do
favorite,
too.
Chris?
My favorite, not as floofy as theirs, Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Why? This girl, Jodie Foster. Anthony Hopkins is iconic. The writing is spectacular. Obviously, the casting. The direction, Jonathan Demme. Everything about it is absolutely magic. It is not a horror movie. It is a suspense movie. I hate it when people put it in the horror category. I will go to town on that every time. But it's just so perfect.
I don't remember it being gory or graphic, was it?
It is, no, just a smidge. Like, obviously, the bad guy is doing bad things, and so those are a little bit. But it's just it's so engaging, the story. So,
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay.
Bring back the '90s movies.
Yeah.
They
I
were
know.
so delightful.
Of all the ones, except for Wizard of Oz 1939, the other my movies were the 80s or 90s
Yes.
movies.
I love Wizard of
anyway.
Oz 1939. I can't believe it.
I know. All right, guys, don't go. There's so much more fun on Ozarks Fox Sam, including our Masked Singer recap coming up right after this. Yeah.